Welcome to the pod you're looking for. I'm Josh. This is Sam. And we have an engaged man in our presence, dude. Wow. Wow.
We did it.
We teased the people,
she said
dude.
Yes.
You did it, man.
She hesitated, but she said yes.
She hesitated. No, dude, it was really awesome, man. You have can I plug your YouTube channel, your personal one?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, sure.
You have some stuff posted on it, I think. But a lot of really cool stuff. You got a cool video of it. You have so many good pictures. Check out his Instagram too. I think that's probably where you'll find all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, that was just fun.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Thank
so
you for being a part of that.
congrats to you, man, and it's so sick.
Thank you, dude.
So anyway,
Thank you.
but in more important news, we absolutely do not care about that anymore.
Get it out. Oh boy.
Oh.
You know what?
Oh.
You know what? Credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due.
The Jays hat's on. The Jays hat is on. People shouldn't be surprised about this. I told them last week they wouldn't see me come out of my house. And here I am. So clearly something went well.
Wednesday. You said I'll see you Sunday, and I said no Friday, and you said no Sunday if the Yankees win.
I will absolutely not be there.
Here we are.
Here we are, dude. What a great week for me. And I'll be honest with you, the sports so many times I've referred to as an abusive relationship.
Sure.
And it just kicks your butt.
Yeah.
It just kicks you while you're down. You're having a rough week. Let me just stomp on that a little more, right? This is the rare time where all of that goes out the window and you go, this is what it's all about.
Of
man.
course.
This is why I suffer with all the other things, man. And outside of them blowing that Game 3, dude, oh my gosh, man. That was peak on earth. It's what you work for. That was peak on earth.
As a fan, it's what you work for.
Hats on. Vibes are high.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
There's a certain element of, like, ego setting aside that I have to do, because if I'm being totally real, like, if we weren't technically, like, if the Blue Jays and the Yankees weren't technically rivals, like, your team would have been the one that, like, other than the Yankees, I would have been like, I hope they get a shot at it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's nice.
And I mean that for real. So it's and the copyright infringement. The copyright infringement bites us in the butt.
It was only 2 seconds.
It was 2 seconds. Come on, YouTube.
No,
but I'm happy for you, dude. And I will be, as crazy as it sounds, my dad and I, lifelong Yankees fans, will be rooting for the Jays.
Wow.
We'll be back in the Jays.
Can I get you a jersey? Can I give you one of mine?
I don't know if that's how you want to spend your money at this time.
No, you can take one of mine.
Get yourself something. I'll get a hat. If they make it to the World Series, I'll get a hat and I'll wear it the whole week.
If they make it to the World Series, I'll buy you a hat.
We'll both be wearing hats.
You'll wear it the whole week.
We'll both be wearing Blue Jays hats on the pod.
Oh my gosh.
I'm being totally for real. I'm being for real.
I'm not even gonna lie though. To keep on that though, I'm usually pretty pessimistic with it.
Sure.
At least lately. I think they're going to the World Series.
I think the pessimism.
I think the Yankees were the toughest matchup in the American League that they could have. So,
if we were the toughest, then yeah,
dude,
going all the way, baby.
I don't know, dude. That's how I'm feeling. But
take it all the way. I'll tell you what I said. I don't usually do the comments anymore on Instagram, because for a while I was like Mr. Comment section, and I was like getting in arguments with people. It's like it's a full-time job.
Off a little bit,
it's a full-time job. But I will say, when the Yankees lost, I went to the Blue Jays Instagram and I just said, from a Yankees fan, like, I'm rooting
Did
for
you
you
really?
guys. Yeah, I hope you go all the way. And the amount of like respectable Blue Jays fans, like, it's a solid fan base with a bunch of upstanding people. So
wow,
those Canadians.
I'm not gonna lie.
If there's any Canadian listeners, good people.
I might have done the opposite, because
you were in the Yankee stuff.
I
take the L.
I was in on my personal TikTok. I had I had people. There was a video that came across my page like 2 weeks ago, and a bunch. It was so many Yankees fans, but it was about them getting close to us in the division, and like that they were gonna pass us. They said, it was something with the sound of like, "There's a man in the woods," and I commented something like relax, like you enjoy second place, and I got like 50 people responding to me. So I was like,
Yankees fans?
Yeah, and it ended up coming down to we'll wait and see. So then I returned to it on the last day of the season when we won the division, and I was like, I said, "Where are you at now?" and they were like, "Oh yeah, well we'll see you in the series." So I was sitting there, Yankees advance, we won. Oh, you best believe I went back to that comment section, dude, and I was tagging every single person that was responding to me, and I said, like, the one guy, Gio, I said, "Where are you at, Gio?" So I might have ruined it.
That's funny, dude.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yankees fans need to chill it a little bit. Like, because I'm sure that you probably got response. Oh, we'll see you next year. right?
Yeah.
Or like the delusion.
Yeah, I know.
Enjoy your fluke here.
Wait till Skeens is on the team.
I know. You just got to accept when your team is not that good.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It really was. And I don't know. I feel bad for the people like you that are actually like good-hearted people, and it's a difference of I don't feel bad for the team. I feel bad for you. Does that make sense?
So, I think that's the bummer in being like I don't want to like hype myself up, but I think I'm not like a lot of the Yankees fans out there. I'm not loud about it. Like I just am hoping the team goes all the way, and if they don't, I'm bummed out. And that's
you show up to your games.
That's the extent of my vocal fandom. Like the hate that I give out as a Yankees fan is more directed towards the Yankees themselves than any other person or team.
Yeah, you do the same thing with the Niners too.
So, but there's exactly. So there's also like an element of like when the team does lose, as somebody who's not loud about it, it's a little bit like I'm sure there's some like Kansas City Chiefs fans that are like decent people. So like when the Chiefs actually lose, like to see the whole league dogpile on you, there's a sense of like, oh, that sucks. But also like I understand it because the whole fan base is kind of annoying.
Yeah. But it's the trade-off, right? Yeah. Because you get to be the Yankees at the same time too. That win like every other year.
Of course.
It's like it's a give and a take.
Of course, it is a give and a take.
Hey, that's right, dude. The only thing killing my vibe this week was this morning was the first day that I officially think we hit the cold weather stretch.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't fire you up though. I know you're not a big fall guy, but it doesn't fire you up. Like the heat in October doesn't weird you out sometimes.
Oh, it does. Yeah, that's a good point. But see, this is why I just don't like fall.
Yeah.
Is that a hot take?
Unpredictable, you're saying?
Yeah, everyone in my life is always so, like, praising fall for no reason. I don't get it.
I think it's because people in New York, like, they long for the summer until they get it, and then they're sick of the heat. And then they spend all the summer longing for the cold, and then they get the winter and they're sick of the cold. So fall is like that little gray area where everything's kind of perfect for a couple weeks.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so nice. The ugly trees. Look, like you almost never see pretty trees.
No, not here.
It's cold. Everyone gets sick. I hate fall.
Yeah.
I'm so out.
Yeah.
So out.
Yeah, you got to go up to like Utica or something, or way up north.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get a good experience?
Yeah, like near my grandparents is like where all the leaves are at. Nice. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Okay. Too bad we're not around there. So
8 minutes in, you want to talk about movies?
Yeah, we probably should.
All right, what do we got? We got some galactic transmissions?
We do, dude.
All right.
We got news.
Mm-hmm.
We got news.
We got a lot of news, actually.
We do have a lot of news.
None of it's that big, but it's news.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a breeze through, and let's just enjoy the flowers.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
We got to get back outside and enjoy the fall.
That's right.
The heck are we doing in here? We got to roll in some leaves.
Do we do an outdoor pod at one point? Would that be hilarious? Like, do we go to like a main park and you and I just go sit outside and we just record?
Do you feel safe in any of the parks in upstate New York right now?
No. That's a good point. It's a great point. It would be funny though. What if we had what if we do like some of those like political things are? Not to get political.
No, of course.
No, we would never.
But
getting political. No. We do like where we set out like our own hot take and we say like,
change my mind.
Yeah, change my mind. Uh-oh. And like we sit out there and then we have people come up and we like live record it. Or we do like a give us your hot take. Right? Couldn't that kind of cook? Like imagine we do like a give us your biggest superhero hot take.
Well, I'll say this. There's a city, for those of you who aren't native to New York who listen to the pod, one, we love having you here. Two, we'll explain. They're in Saratoga.
Okay.
45 minutes or so from us. In Saratoga, there's like a Comic-Con occasionally that happens. I think you and I should post up at Comic-Con.
When is this?
With hot takes. I think one time it was in November or October, November.
You serious?
We might have to check this.
We might have to go.
There's usually like an upstate New York Comic-Con.
I love how last episode we were both just talking about how broke we are. Now it's like...
Let's go to Comic-Con.
Let's go to Comic-Con.
We're going on tour.
But that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so first thing we've got... obviously, some Marvel news.
Sure.
There always has to be. So I'll get it out the way first.
Yep.
I wanted to start with Elizabeth Olsen. And I'm going to read you a quote she says. So she says she'd love to return to Scarlet Witch.
Sure.
Quote, "It is something that I love and something that I always want to return to. There are still character lines that have happened in the comics that I'd love to do that I think the fans also want." And then she also said on Superhero Fatigue that Marvel movies are for the fans and not critics.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I love it.
That's all superhero movies.
That's great.
It's for the fans, man.
Is there anything deep to those quotes? No. But we need her back. I think we really need her back, right?
One of those characters where you're in that purgatory where it's like I can't see where they'd take the character and have it feel like it makes sense or feels justified or necessary, but also like I really don't want to see these stories without her, dude.
In an age where we're struggling so much to find people that we want to go see, she's for sure one of those that would like be a needle mover.
Bring people in.
Yeah. Like I really think like her being in it heightens it a lot.
Absolutely.
Just from an actor perspective, and again, just nice to see her say something about positive about wanting to be in it. So.
Which hasn't happened recently, hasn't she? Been kind of like I'm perfectly.
That's
content
why I was
to not
surprised.
Be here? Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, I guess I'm dead. I don't know." So I didn't even realize I was going to be whatever. So. Yeah. So good to see.
On the topic of Marvel people who have changed their tune, though.
Tell me.
We have Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Making some comments of his own. Going back and forth and snip and snap.
Oh.
But he's talking.
Oh. Okay.
Because Andrew Garfield, for the rest of his life, of course, this is what you sign on for as Spider-Man, is for the rest of your life, you're never going to avoid being in Spider-Man conversations.
Yeah, of course.
People are always going to be asking for you. So,
which I think he enjoys. But
yeah, of course.
But anyway,
I think of the three, he probably enjoys it the most. He seems to enjoy it more than Tom, who's the current acting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield said he wanted to be in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Said he loves the movies. Said he'd love to be in it. And then this week, in the same week, actually, and I think in a 24-hour span, he said, I might be in Secret Wars, but I'm not going to say anything. And then the next day, he was like, I'm not in the Avengers movies.
Did somebody send like a hit to him or something? Like where they're like, you better shut your mouth.
Somebody must have Benedict Cumberbatched him where he was like, I don't know anything about those movies. And then the next day he was like, yes, I'm starring in them both. So I don't know, dude.
If you had to put a vote or a guess out, do you think he's in?
I think he's in Secret Wars.
Okay.
I think Toby and Andrew are in Doomsday, but I don't think physically they are. I think their suits, like they fly in CGI. It's like a stunt double. You see them in it, like a multiversal from afar. You see, that's Andrew and Toby. Everything's.
But we're gonna cut.
Everything's merging, but you never see them without their mask, and that's the easy way you bring Andrew and Toby in without bringing the actors in. And it allows them to be like, I'm not in the movies, but their character is. I think that's what happens, and then Secret Wars, they're in it.
That's interesting. I don't think they are. I don't think. Well, no. Sorry.
In either?
No. I think they're both in Secret Wars.
Okay.
I don't think we get. I definitely don't think both are in Doomsday. I like your idea, but they need to save some bullets, man. And now that we're starting to see that maybe Chris Evans is in Doomsday, I don't know.
Not even just that, but that he plays a pivotal role in Doomsday.
It's like I don't know. Like I just don't know what else they have. I mean, I know there's a lot of big stuff, but I think there's some things that need to be saved for Secret Wars, especially considering. And I saw somebody talk about this online about them thinking that Doomsday is going to be more of a Avengers 1 story than an Infinity War story. I love.
Fire me up with that.
And people were kind of dogging on that. Not dogging, but like, okay, well, it's better than what we got. I think that's a great idea.
That's
I don't even think that's a...
You said this.
It's a hot take, yeah.
You suggested this, like, early on in the pod. This is like, we were just joking about how we don't remember half the stuff we said. I remember you saying this. You were like, it'd be better for them to treat Doomsday
on a lower level. Yeah.
Like the first movie in the franchise, where you're just bringing the characters together rather than a culmination of 10 years of stories, which, you know what I mean? It's not, really. It's been scattered and messy, so...
Yeah, so you get to know and love people, which is why you can't just abuse it with a bunch of cameos.
Right.
So, I don't know.
So we'll see. There were some supposed leaks of, like, Toby in, like, a makeup chair with some, like, blood on his face, and he was in the spider suit, and people were saying it's from Doomsday. I don't know if there's any... It was. I think it was Toby. It was James Marsden, Cyclops. One other person. Might have been Ian McKellen, Magneto.
That would check out, though.
It would.
But how do they get in the same...
I mean, you can't trust anything with AI anymore, but, like, it looked pretty...
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
It didn't look uncanny. It looked like them.
Was it being posted by, like, legit accounts?
It was just one of those leaks, like, remember in No Way Home, when No Way Home was coming out, and you just saw the set photo of Andrew, like, in the scene where they're all talking to each other? It just was kind of one of those leaks that just kind of all of a sudden was everywhere. And I saw it last week. It was just a bunch of, like, makeup set photos where they're all, like, getting blood put on their face and stuff.
I find that so funny in today's social media age that it used to be so much more like you had to go to the people at the top that you trust, and now it's funny that you just get like these random accounts that just like tweet out anything or post it on Instagram.
I wouldn't be shocked if some of them were like Marvel
burners.
Yeah, kind of like like people leaking, but it's like we're going to generate hype from this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if like the No Way Home leaks that came out with Andrew and Toby were Marvel people that were just like, we need butts and seats, and
you leave the surprise, but you also get people hype enough that they're like, maybe.
Right. And now with AI, it's like you can do that. You can get away with leaking a big thing and having people not trust it until the movie comes out. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So I feel like that wraps up Marvel news pretty well, right? So nothing too.
Not
crazy.
a moment too soon.
Yes. A thing I wanted to mention to you was we just got a date released. I didn't even know. I think it was confirmed a little while ago. I think right after they confirmed it. But Minecraft 2 sequel was just announced for July 23rd, 2027.
Dude, not just Minecraft. It's releasing the same day as the Simpsons sequel. So we got Simpsons and Minecraft. We got Simpcraft, dude.
My follow-up question was, what would you name it? And that's perfect.
We got Doomsday.
Doomsday
Dune and Doomsday.
Barbenheimer, Doomsday.
Yep, and then Simpcraft.
Are we doing an all day?
Where were you for Simpcraft? I'll be honest, I haven't watched a full episode of The Simpsons ever in my life.
I've never watched
Never
The
seen
Simpsons
anything
ever.
with The Simpsons.
Me neither.
We will be seated.
I've seated. I didn't even know there was a first movie out.
I think it came out like 2012 or 11 or something.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a while ago.
Okay.
That show is on what, season
I don't
89
know.
or something? It's like
Probably
ridiculous.
something ridiculous,
It cut it
yeah.
off. End it.
Yeah, I don't get it. What more do you do?
I'll tell you this.
Is
dude.
it
We're working as hard as we can to get invited to one of these premieres. If you were thinking about inviting us to the Simpsons premiere, don't.
Absolutely don't.
We have previous obligations.
We already know 2 years in advance. Those previous allegations are Minecraft 2. Your thoughts?
I'm fired up, dude.
Really?
It's brain rot turned up to 12. But you know what? It's like you kind of, at a certain point, you just throw your hands up and you're just like, all right.
Yeah. Can I be honest? I felt...
Let's ride.
I thought it was a really funny movie at the time when it first came out. And then the second, everyone else got their hands on it.
Well, that's usually
it was
how it goes, right?
Because I felt like at first when it started, and I know this is obviously going to be a little whatever, but it felt like it was people that were you and me that kind of grew up watching some of the old school Jack Black stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of just laughing at Jack Black being Jack Black.
Yep.
And then I felt like it switched to a internet, more to an internet style meme than it was,
The second something like that goes mainstream, it just kills it for me.
Yeah. I totally agree. Because at first I thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. You and I were dying at certain parts of that movie in the theater.
That scene when him and Jason Momoa are on the Elytra together was genuinely one of the funniest things I've seen this year. I really don't. That was so funny.
It's ridiculous.
I was actually crying laughing at that point.
Just the idea of somebody writing that up and presenting it in a board meeting, and this is what we do.
and I feel if you don't like Jack Black, you're obviously gonna hate it. Obviously.
Of course.
But it was just watching him just mess around with his buddies, and it felt like not even the movie itself was not funny. It was just them being them.
That was the most so Jack Black has ever been cut loose. I feel too. It was just the most Jack Black performance ever.
Yeah,
it just felt like they gave Jack Black a blue T-shirt and told him to have fun with a pickaxe for 3 hours.
Yes, yeah. It was like they were making up the story on the go.
Right.
They were like, just follow this loosely and kind of just go for it.
Right.
Say it how you want, do whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll be seated for that.
I guess so.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Usually when we do this, I always leave Do Not Disturb on my phone, so I don't see anything. Cam, again, shout out to Cam.
Friend of the pod. Our anime correspondent.
Just texted me.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Oh?
Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day are connected. Interesting. It says, quote, "We don't want to spoil anything, but it very much exists in the same world, and it is important."
Okay, so this is live reaction, by the way.
I
just heard that. We both just heard that for the same time. Let's narrow this down immediately. This means one of three things. Either Kingpin is involved in Brand New Day, Punisher, or Daredevil. Correct? I mean, what else would it be? I mean, we already know Punisher's involved.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or it could be the anti-hero task force that was established in Born Again Season 1. It could just be that they're after Spider-Man. And that's what the tank is.
I also think it's... That's good. That's good.
Come on.
I also think it's kind of impossible for Fisk to not be in it, in a way. With his connection with the city, do you think it's he's not that underground anymore?
No, he's not. I don't think the problem is that they're trying to keep him underground in the MCU. The problem is just that Sony, there's some written thing where it's like Marvel couldn't use Kingpin in their movies, only their shows.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so... I hate that so much.
But then there were some conversations that were had, or rumors that were floated around, that Marvel and Sony had reached like certain special agreements with like the story writing process of this movie. So you don't know. Like, it could be that, you know? Kingpin just being a part of Spider-Man's arc would be so enormous for the character. Mm-hmm. That would be monumental.
We've barely seen it at all.
Yeah.
Like, the Insomniac game was great.
Oh, it's awesome.
But, again, it's still only a small section of the game. It's just the opening mission.
Even Spider-Verse is great. I know it's Miles, but it's great.
Mm-hmm. So we need it.
We do.
We need it. But that kind of fires me up. The two of them being on screen together is...
Do you think they would involve Daredevil in Spider-Man so that they wouldn't have to worry about putting a street-level character like that in Doomsday? Like, you just saw him in Spider-Man, you got your fill, so we don't need
It makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Especially if Punisher's going to be in it.
Right.
Why wouldn't you
I'm sure he'll at least be name-dropped.
Plus, actually, Tom already knows him.
Yeah.
From No Way Home.
He should. Yeah, that's right, because the lawyer.
Very good lawyer, yeah. So he knows him.
That's a good point.
So, like, even though he doesn't know Tom knows him. So that adds another element to it.
That's a good point.
Actually, but he doesn't know he's Daredevil, so he just knows Matt Murdock, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. But again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Clean slate. Nobody knows who you are. Anything can happen.
This movie is either going to be so generational or so bad. Not so bad, but so disappointing.
Just jam-packed with stuff?
Yeah, I think it's like they're either going to do way too much or it's all going to like perfectly fit together and be like just a awesome movie.
I don't know, dude. I feels like they're on the right track with this.
Yeah.
I think the next 3 movies that Marvel, the risk I think that's associated with like everything from Brand New Day until Secret Wars is over. I don't think it's will these movies be bad. It's will these movies be good and it won't even matter because the audience won't be there to see it. That's what my fear is.
I would say I think it's will these movies be too crowded.
Okay.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Okay. Well,
I trust them.
The rich get richer. Because did you see the news about Jonathan Majors?
Oh, yeah, you said this to me. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, drop that.
Jonathan Majors was asked if he would be returning as Kang in the MCU, and he was like, I can't talk about that.
He was like...
Which is an enormous tonal shift.
He kind of said something like, never say never, right?
Yes. He said, I can't speak to that, but he said, never say never in the multiverse. That is an enormous tonal shift from legally I've been blacklisted from the MCU.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Good for him for not having some sort of like ego up about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's... Because that suggests to me that they're thinking he's in there.
Right. If Majors agrees to return just so that he can be scapegoated to make way for Doom, big props to Majors. Because like that's kind of tough to like get treated like that and get kind of canned. I mean, obviously he did some stuff. It wasn't perfect. Yeah. But in terms of like the character, to have your character be written off like that, and then to like agree to come back only to have him likely be like decapitated. I'm not saying he's a saint. None of us are. No. But I'm saying like it as a Hollywood working actor, it takes a certain lack of an ego to agree to come back to probably have your character be just like used as a pawn to make Doom look powerful, which is probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's got to be so awkward in like the writing room when they're like, you know what, let's call up Jonathan Majors right now. Like, how do you think that conversation starts?
Yeah, it's probably a long conversation. I don't know, but
so you were guilty, then you weren't, then you were kind of guilty, and then we don't even know anymore. Like,
you're guilty. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Is he official? I can say this every time. I actually never understood.
I actually have no clue because there
what
was
his status is.
I mean, you and I try and keep it lighthearted. We don't really speak to stuff like that, but at the same time, it's just a very confusing thing. Like there was a thing that he had.
We just can't ignore it.
He had hurt his girlfriend. Then there was a whole thing where maybe his girlfriend started it, and then you see a CCTV footage of his girlfriend like sprinting up the street, and then like Scooby-Doo style, he comes like high stepping after her, like chasing her right in tow. He's like hustling, and everyone was like, oh, he's totally whatever she says he did, because you just see him like like the boogeyman just like chasing after her.
Maybe
it was something.
Maybe Kevin Feige saw that footage and he was like, we need him. Like he's in game shape. He's ready to go.
We need speed like that.
We need that.
That's a guy who can run from Doom. I don't know, dude. It's confusing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll say from Major's perspective, it must be pretty vindicating to like, even if, because what I think is probably going to happen is similar to how in the comics, Doom rips Thanos' spine out of his body and like evaporates his entire being. It's probably what's going to happen to Kang. They're probably going to do that
from
with
the front.
Yeah, right. I just... It's probably got to feel vindicating to Majors because even though, like, your character's going out just to make way for Doom, I mean, there's a certain level of closure that he didn't have before, you know? Like, he got to see his character's story come to an end, you know?
It's not so much a hush-hush thing.
And I mean, his villain got more, even with the limited Kang that we got, he got much more screen time than a lot of these villains that deserve more time did get. So, I mean, he did get a fair share of time already between Ant-Man and Loki and everything, but
yeah,
it got to feel good to get closure from that, you know?
And I'm sure for him, too, a lot of companies are not wanting to take a risk on him right now.
No, I don't know if I would either.
If he gets the approval sign from Marvel and Disney, that's a big step, even if it's just for him appearing for 10 minutes even.
Right.
So I think that goes a long way with him for other projects.
Sure.
So I'm sure that's part of the motivation. But
well, he put out a movie about, like, it was like he played like a bodybuilder or whatever. This past year, what was it called? It was like a movie about a bodybuilder who, like, wrestles with his self-image, and he, like, gives up everything to, like, win these bodybuilding competitions. It was his dream, and then, like, he gets everything he ever wanted, and he realizes it was, like, nothing. I can't remember what the movie was called, but apparently it was like people were saying it's like a perfect movie, but nobody saw it because of the Majors stuff. So it's just a shame. You never know.
Yeah. He kind of just got blacklisted because I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a bummer, dude. I remember, like, 2 years ago, it was like people were saying, like, Majors and Michael B. Jordan were going to be, like, the next Al Pacino, Robert De Niro combo.
Well, I loved Creed 3.
Yeah, dude.
Them together.
I mean, it wasn't like a legendary thing, but it was fun. It was just a fun movie. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you never know, dude.
Yep.
What else have we got?
Yeah. Speaking of kind of those projects, and I think we mentioned Smashing Machine before. I was just going to highlight this because we talked about it last week.
Sure.
And the people loved it. They ate up all of our Smashing Machine stuff.
Let me hear about the Smashing Machine. What did you think about the Smashing
What did you think? I kept coming back to check some of the stuff, and, like, we kept getting likes, and I was like, oh man, this is great. And, like, I wonder if it was just the Toy Story video still. So I was like, all right,
dude. By the way, by the time this episode comes out, that video might actually be, like, at an accumulated, like, 500,000 views.
Yeah,
crazy,
it's ridiculous.
The people want what they want.
They do.
If Disney's listening,
I'm gonna have to do a Pixar rewatch, and we're gonna have to just talk about one Pixar thing every episode. So.
Patreon,
yeah,
big old Patreon,
$40
an hour.
But that is too bad. The box office thing.
Yeah, what is it? It opened to 6 million.
Yeah,
I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's how many good movies have come out, like, you know, and
I think they
become cult classics.
Do you think it's partly timing? Like, I think there's just a lot in theater right now. A lot.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if there is. I don't know.
I think there is.
I think this year has been a consistent year for movies, but it's not been a big one. There hasn't, since Superman, been a thing that's, like, pulled everybody into the theater.
Agreed.
So I almost feel like if they had timed it a little bit around one of those movies, maybe people would still be high on the movie theater experience and would go back. I don't know. It's so tough. The COVID ruined everything, dude, for theaters. People, like, go through these stretches where, like, you couldn't put out an Avengers movie and find success, like, right now. Like, it's just not going to happen. People don't want to see a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, though, because at the same time, there's been, like, 5 to 6 things to come out in the last, like, I don't know, 4 weeks.
Right.
Where it's been movies that are kind of fringe ones, where you're all like, I really don't know which one of these I want to see, but I kind of want to see them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I might go, might not.
Right.
I don't know. So, I mean, you got Tron, which we are big Tron guys. Huge Tron guys.
Tron people.
As you can tell, we're not talking about it today. So, it came out last night.
It did.
Huge Tron guys. Huge Jared Leto guys. Right? The biggest you can find.
I can't even speak to that.
I can't even joke about it.
He who should not be named. Golly, dude. Jared Leto's something else. With the release and flopping of Tron.
Wow. Okay.
Is it and again, let me actually reiterate. Tron, or actually not reiterate because I never said it, but Tron, the Tron movie that came out in, what was it, 2010, 11, Legacy?
Yeah. I think 2010.
I think, yeah, the movie got rated like a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, and, like, everyone has come around to that movie. And they're saying it's, like, one of the better movies to come out in this millennium, which is crazy. Because usually that's not the case. Usually it doesn't take people that long to catch up, but it's just aged perfectly. And people regard it now as one of the better Disney-made sequels of all time. I say that to preface my comments with, I don't know if Ares will have the same effect. I don't know if Tron Ares over time is going to age pretty well, because from what I'm hearing, phenomenal soundtrack, phenomenal animation and CGI, which you don't really get from Disney lately, which is great. And also, for the most part, phenomenal cast. But is the initial flopping of Tron Ares, is it safe to say that, like, Jared Leto is, like, he's devolved into, like, complete box office poison?
He is, yeah.
And I'm not even saying that, like, I have a vendetta against Jared Leto, but, like, you can't even make it up anymore. Every movie this guy is in, it's like a black spot on his... And I don't know if it started when he was Joker and he was sending, like, his castmates, like, dead rats in the mail or whatever. Or, like, somewhere along the way, we just all gave up on Jared Leto. And I just feel like every movie he's in, it's like, you've doomed it to fail when Jared Leto is on the bill. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I've heard the only one that people regard as a good movie from his is that Blade Runner movie that he was in. Yeah, Blade Runner.
He was the villain. He was awesome. But...
everything else I've heard, and now I've seen it. I haven't seen every single Jared Leto movie, obviously, but the ones I've seen, I think he's abysmal. He literally, like, ruins movies.
I don't know what it is, dude, because he just seems like he could be such, like, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
So he goes all the way. It's like a Christian Bale style. Like,
and he's got everything. The look, too.
Yeah.
Like, he feels like he should be. But I don't know what that is. I have a theory, actually, a little bit.
Oh?
I wonder if he has zero creative mind at all. And because I've heard, especially with, like, this Tron movie, that, like, a big reason why this is happening is because he was a Tron fan. And that he's actually putting money into it himself.
Oh, he spearheaded this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, the main reason this is happening is because he's actually putting money into it.
Interesting.
Which is why he got cast. So I saw some people saying, basically, like, why do you keep casting Jared Leto? Like, I think he essentially cast himself.
Oh.
And I just wonder if some of these other movies, because I looked at his recent stuff to come out since Suicide Squad.
Sure.
Because outside of Suicide Squad and Morbius, like, I really didn't know what else this guy's been up to. And... first off, every single movie, which I haven't seen these, they're on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, some of them had, like, a 14%. Like, this guy is he's awful. He's going through it. None of the movies I had recognized at all.
No.
Like, at all.
It's all, like, indie stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he's got a band on the side, and he's just, he's doing all sorts of stuff.
I don't know what's going on. So I just wonder if he's been, like, the guy that's like, you know what, I'm going to kind of help lead this, like, really lead this. And he just has the worst ideas ever. Do you think that's possible?
Well, the thing is, I don't know. I think it looks like it might have even been a half decent movie, but it just seems like Jared Leto is dragging it down.
The acting?
I think it's the reputation around Jared Leto. I think people just don't want to go pay to see for the exact opposite reason people would pay to see any Morgan Freeman movie. Mm-hmm. I don't think you and I really. There's just some actors like if Matthew McConaughey is in a rom-com again. You know, like, I know he gave up on those years ago, but, like, if he made a return to rom-coms, you and I don't watch rom-coms, we would be seated, because it's Matthew McConaughey. Right. I just feel like there's some actors that just, like, in the same way actors bring in the masses, like you were saying, some people just, like, don't have it. Yeah. And you know what? We were dragging on biopics, and how, like, the industry is so biopic heavy. I feel like Jared Leto needs a good old biopic. He needs, like, to play a person to rebrand himself.
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer Jared Leto, it's like, oh, the guy who played...
Right.
I don't know. Willie Nelson.
He would need to be like a singer who had a drug problem or something. Is that too hard?
The Jared Leto biopic.
Yeah. Yeah, he just needs to play himself.
The Jared Leto story.
And it's just him going through...
starring Jared Leto.
It's just him going through, like, each one of these terrible movies.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Yeah.
I just think he needs a role that's so easy to enter into.
Mm-hmm. Catered to him.
So accessible, right. Like what singer does he look like that he could play them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you kind of have this beloved artist associated with yourself, and you know people can't hate you as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think having him cast to play Ares in this was a horrible decision because, again, like, he kind of naturally has no... I don't know. It's like a good thing and also a bad thing. Mm-hmm. He kind of has no emotion in some ways, too.
Right.
Straight up. And having him be this AI works well, but I think in terms of a movie, like, I just can't imagine he's going to be, like, easy to connect with at all.
Right.
Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
I know you don't want the AI to have life to it, but, like, you kind of need it to have life to it if you want to have any sort of interest in the movie, no?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I don't know if you saw Romulus at all.
No, not yet. I did. Okay. I bought it on Apple TV because it was $5, so I'm gonna watch that this month with all the horror. With all the. By the way, we have some October horror. The next couple episodes are gonna be Halloween themed.
Yes,
so we're doing some Halloween stuff. We're locking in.
I started this week. I watched my first horror movie, and it got me.
I'm rewatching The Shining this weekend, and then I'm gonna watch Halloween. I'm gonna watch both the original and the newer. Was it 2018?
We should catch one of those, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're re-releasing some in theaters.
Yeah,
Dude, you gotta watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I do gotta watch that, yeah. My ball knowledge of Halloween movies is, like so low.
No, me
like,
too.
I haven't seen almost anything.
No, we're gonna learn. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So, I don't know. But that'll be fun. Now, is now time?
I think now's the time.
I don't even know what you're about to say, but you texted me this morning, just to preface this. You texted me that you had a lot on your mind to say today. You did not tell me anything about. I have my potential thoughts, but
sure.
I just want to kind of let the floor to you and hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, if you're a listener of this podcast and you get sick of my yap sessions, then tune on out because lock in. This might be the biggest one.
What is the peak of this podcast?
Peacemaker season 2 just ended, and effectively, as far as we know, Peacemaker just ended. James Gunn has said a lot of the characters that you see in the show will not be returning in a show format. You'll see them in the DCU, but you won't see them in Peacemaker again. A lot of people are believing that it's just over after 2 seasons. So Peacemaker has ended. You and I have not watched Peacemaker. However, we've kept updated because James Gunn insisted that the events of Peacemaker were directly associated with the future of the DCU, and that the things that happen in the DCU, like, if you want to be in the know, watch Peacemaker. So you and I wanted to avoid the episodes where there's just constant F-bombs and this and that, or John Cena's naked with a bunch of people. Like, we just wanted to avoid all that. So we kept updated with the actual substance of the plot. Which is what were we saying?
No, which is impossible, I was going to say.
Right. You can't avoid everything, but like we've tried just like substantially to keep updated with the lore of what's happening in the show so that we can stay locked in. If something happens and a character from, say, Superman or something, or Suicide Squad or Creature Commandos appears, we want to know so that when they appear in a future project and the two characters know each other, we're not confused. Yeah.
Which I'll never forgive James Gunn for. Like, I hate so much that you're going to make it so incredibly bad, like dirty. And maybe that's about to be where you're going to go, but okay.
But I'll tell you this. I'm getting real sick and tired of James Gunn. You and I saw Superman this summer, and we could not have been more pilled. Could not have been more locked in. You and I were so big on Superman. Our lives felt changed because of Superman. I'm here to tell you right now that we have taken a big old dip. Big old dip. We are in Dip City. I am struggling right now with James Gunn. Let me just read. I just want to read for context. James Gunn has made quite the name for himself by being notoriously on social media. And he responds to fan comments. And if you have a question about something in the DCU, there is James Gunn to explain the whole thing. So let me just read some of these comments. This is a quote from the show, I guess, the episode 7. So the episode of season 2 before the finale. Mm-hmm. He goes, I guess a character says, when has anything we've ever done actually been for the good of the people? And then he says, next week. I can't wait for you to see it, referring to the finale. I promise it's nothing like anything anyone expects or has guessed. That's what he said. Somebody asked him a question about a character being killed, and he says, they said, can you confirm that it's this character who killed him or this character who returns to Earth 1 with them? He goes, yes and yes, no silly switcheroos here, and people keep asking if so-and-so can forgive so-and-so. I think so-and-so only blames himself for all this. And then people are asking if this character who supposedly died off screen is actually alive or not. He's going, oh, I don't know, I can't say. No, this and that. He's referring to all these people, all these characters. Oh, I wrote this character to say this in the show. Here's what this means. Oh, this character died off screen and you were curious about it because it makes no sense in the show. Oh, well, let me explain. Well, I thought I made that clear in the show. Hey, James, I was just wondering this and that. How does this impact the future of the DCU? Oh, it will, trust me. James Gunn says the Batman, the Brave, and the Bold script is really good, but not done yet. The script isn't done. I mean, we've got somebody writing a script. I think it's really good. Somebody on HBO Max put Nightwing in the row of projects of characters who are going to be in the DCU soon, and Nightwing from the Titans show was placed in that lineup. So people were like, oh, so Nightwing's coming. James Gunn says he doesn't know which HBO Max employee accidentally put on their app that Nightwing is coming to the new DCU, but that them doing so is meaningless. James Gunn says that a Green Lantern could absolutely beat Superman in a fight. James Gunn, can you please clarify how that finale is going to set up Superman Man of Tomorrow? I'm genuinely very confused about this. Where Peacemaker is at the end, what is happening between the government and the metahumans, Rick and Lex's new partnership, and all their decisions to do what they do is all part of the future, Man of Tomorrow, and more. James Gunn, that was the craziest ending ever. I just need you to confirm if we'll see Peacemaker again. Of course, he's instrumental. James Gunn. James Gunn's doing a whole lot of talking and a whole not showing. What is going on right now? Can I ask you something? If we're starting the DCU, we have Superman, we have Wonder Woman, we have Batman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Hawkman. We've got Joker, we've got Penguin, we've got Brainiac, who I'm glad is coming. We have so many pivotal characters. Gorilla Grodd, Reverse Flash. We've got Zod. We've got Cheetah. We've got gosh, dude. There's so many characters that people have been crying to get, and have these characters be done their fair share of justice. And instead, James Gunn finished Peacemaker. Peacemaker gets thrown into an alternate dimension. He gets thrown into the Salvation World, which in the comics is a comic line where the Salvation World, it houses, it's a prison for the DC's most monumental villains. It's almost like, it's like a planet, like it's like the Raft in the MCU, where it's like all the big villains are stuck in here, you know. It's where we keep everybody, and then they all like duke it out and try and escape, and that's like the whole thing. It's like all the villains like cross over. So James Gunn is setting up the Salvation arc, where it's like all the villains are getting thrown in the Salvation prison. What are we doing? What are we doing? Maybe this is where I went wrong. I was under the impression that when James Gunn came out and he said, we're redoing the DCU, he came out with that video back in like 2019 or 2021, and he said, I'm happy to take over DC. He goes, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and that go back and watch the video. He goes, Shazam! Fury of the Gods leads perfectly into The Flash, which leads perfectly into Aquaman. Let me tell you something. Those three movies have nothing to do with one another. There was no leading perfectly into nothing. Then James Gunn goes, and then Aquaman leads perfectly into our flagship movie, Superman. No, it doesn't. It didn't. There's nothing in Aquaman that set up Superman.
Everyone.
What the heck are you talking about? And then he goes, Superman leads into Creature Commandos, which leads into The Authority. No one cares about The Authority. Which leads into Batman Brave and the Bold, which is an old Batman with his son Damian Wayne. So we're skipping Jason Todd, we're skipping Dick Grayson, we're skipping we're skipping like the entire like Batman origin, and we're just jumping straight to Damian Wayne. It makes no sense. Then we got the Green Lantern show. He announced a Wonder Woman show that was not a Wonder Woman focused project. It was about the women on the planet Wonder Woman comes from, and it was like a Game of Thrones style show. No one wants this. Like, no one wants this. I have looked high, I've looked low, I looked in my sock, I looked under the chair. No one wants this. No one wants it. And then he goes, and last but not least, we're doing Swamp Thing. And who went crazy? Nobody. I feel that James Gunn, this is the same problem, and I hate this, because I want James Gunn to succeed. Like, if you were to look for people who want James Gunn to do well with the DC universe, you would have a very hard time finding two people who want that more than the two of us. Mm-hmm. We really are rooting for this guy. Mm-hmm. This guy loves to just, like, screw things up. Hold on. Dude, I loved Superman when it came out because I wanted a good Superman movie that treated Superman like a good guy. And that's what it was. But it was also a stupid movie. It was also stupid. And I was willing to overlook the stupid because I loved how he handled Superman. But rather than build off of Superman and expand this universe, James Gunn says, all right, well, we're putting all the Batman stuff and everything else on hold, and we're going right back to Superman. No. Like, no. Originally it was going to be, we're going to have Superman appear in the next big movie, but it's not going to be a Superman movie. And then 2 weeks later he announces Man of Tomorrow, and it's a Superman movie. And I just am kind of like, okay, so you don't know what you're doing. And like this leads perfectly into this leads perfectly into this. Let me tell you something. If you're writing a multi-million-dollar big-budget superhero show that's supposed to build out the DCU, not only are you supposed to actually live up to that, like, it's supposed to actually build out the DCU. He said this finale was going to have, like, cameos and big surprises. There were no big surprises. Like, no one saw John Cena's Peacemaker get thrown into the Salvation world and, like, had their hands on their head. Nobody was, like, freaking out about this. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We want the Justice League. We want a good DCU with solid characters and a good foundation. And James Gunn has this thing where it's like he can't not focus on these characters that no one cares about. And then work them into the absolute ground. The same reason people have given up on Star Wars for elevating all these crappy characters that no one wants to see is the same reason people won't stop supporting James Gunn and enabling this nonsense. And I just look at it, and I'm like, we're wasting time with all of these characters in this Peacemaker universe that you've built out, and you're saying, oh, well, not to fear, Peacemaker is going to be pivotal to what we are doing going forward. We don't care. We don't want that. And you cannot gatekeep the future of the DCU behind an R-rated show that not everyone can see, and then say if you don't know what happens in Peacemaker, you don't understand what the future of the DCU is. You can't do that to people.
That's the best thing to say.
You cannot start off this universe with a movie that could be just as safe for a 4-year-old to see as an 84-year-old, and then follow it up with a show that you're insisting on Twitter is more important to the future of the DCU than Superman is. And then the first episode is John Cena naked in a house with a bunch of people. Nobody can watch that. Like,
right away. Yeah.
My family can't watch that. You know what I'm saying? And then say, but if you don't watch that, well, none of this is going to make sense. Like, you can't do that to people. Like, people deserve to be able to, like, have an easy end to this universe. Like, you can't tell the stories that just you want to watch. Oh, well, when I was 8 years old, I went into the comic shop, and this comic that nobody had heard of, it was the whole shelf was full.
Mole Man, yeah.
Well, yeah, I grew up, I was the biggest Mole Man fan. So that being said, Mole Man's going to be our Iron Man in the DC. No, like, nobody cares, dude. Like, you can't do this. And I'm scattered because I'm frustrated. But do you see what I'm saying? As James Gunn, I want to see you succeed. But you also have to understand that you're not going to succeed just doing your James Gunn stuff all the time. Like, you can't, no one's going to watch The Authority. Let me say with absolute confidence, The Authority will flop. Swamp Thing will flop. If you bring Peacemaker into a movie and make some sort of a Peacemaker movie with Rick Flag Sr. and Swamp Thing and freaking, I don't even know, nobody is going to watch these things. Like, you have to understand, these movies need to be mainstream. They need to be. Like, you in this role, you're not the Guardians of the Galaxy guy anymore. You're not the Suicide Squad guy, where you can just bring these ragtag group of people together because you're only responsible for, like, one small group of things. Well, you're responsible for an entire universe. And with that comes the responsibility to involve everybody. And if you have some measure of success with Peacemaker, or if you have some measure of success with Superman, you can't just restrict the universe to those things, because it feels small, and it feels like you don't know what you're doing. And it feels like there's no real future here, and you're just making it up as you go. Oh, wait till people find out what we have with Batman. Wait, but is there a script? No, you moron. Let me make something very clear here. I personally feel that people are not invested in Peacemaker because of a emotional lifelong connection to Peacemaker. They're invested in Peacemaker because we came in here because of John Cena. And I don't honestly feel that people are invested in the future of Superman because of what you've done with Superman. We're invested in Superman, one, because we're all Superman fans, and two, because the Superman that we just got this summer is not Zack Snyder's vision. And that's really refreshing for a lot of people. And I think because of how low people got on Superman because of the Snyderverse, anything was going to be better. Like, you have to understand that you have not bought the people in. You have to build this universe out with, like, a certain measure of, like, understanding for all people here. There are people who want to see Green Lantern, who want to see Aquaman, who want to see Wonder Woman. And there's not a problem with somebody wanting a mainstream character like that. Like, there's this trend now where it's like it's like how people dog on the people who say, like, their favorite Office character is Michael Scott just because he's, like, the main one. Like, that's not fair. Like, people like these characters because they're the most important, they're the deepest, they're the most fleshed out. People are not going to come in just because we're announcing the Authority movie. People do not care.
Well, there's history with them.
That's what I'm saying. There's and not just a textual history where there's like decades of stories to tell with these people. There's like an emotional, generational attachment that people grow up seeing their dad tune into Super Friends when it's on the Saturday morning cartoons, and so they grow up as a Martian Manhunter fan. You know what I mean? Like. And I understand that James Gunn must have at some point walked into a comic shop and seen that there was dust on an Authority comic book because no one cares about the Authority. And he was just like, oh, let me give this a read. And he actually loved it. And so he was like, oh, well, everybody needs to see these stories. I understand. If I had responsibility over the DC, I understand that you would probably like be getting some stories out of me as the creative director that like not everybody would love because there's just everyone has their own favorite stories. I love in the Batman universe, I love Professor Pig. I think he's he's a seriously interesting serial killer villain. Like I understand not everybody like you would announce like if you were to announce like the Batman Part 2 and I were to say come out and say Professor Pig is the villain, people would be like, hang this guy from a roof somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that that's not everybody's favorite thing. But there's also a certain measure of, like, you can't just keep telling these, like, stories with these no-name characters just because you like them. I'm glad you like these characters. But, like, at a certain point, you're not building out the DC universe anymore. You're just telling your own fan fictions, and no one's here for that. Like, we want to see a universe built out that we can all invest ourselves in, and stories that appeal to all people. Like, I will never watch Peacemaker because of some of the content in it, and nobody I know or will be bringing into the DCU with me will watch it with me. Like, I'll never show Peacemaker to anybody. And, like, I just feel like you have a measure of... You have an obligation to, like, when you're starting out this universe, if you want to make an R-rated television show down the road, do that. You can't make, like, your first DCU show be a grotesque, constantly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. And I just feel frustrated because I feel that James Gunn has what it takes. And I just feel like he can't get out of his own way. Like, we're going to end up getting a frickin' Batman movie, and Condiment King is going to be the villain. It's going to be the guy in the comics who freaking, like, shoots ketchup and mustard at people. Like, that's the James Gunn way. You know what I'm saying?
Is he directing that movie? Batman Brave and the Bold?
No, but he's got creative control over it. Yeah. Like, every project, he has to read the script and approve it.
Yes. Do I get to be the voice of reason now?
By all means, because I know I just sounded scattered with that. I just am like,
no. I actually think you made really good points. You made really good points. Let me try and... First off, we're going to have to delete episode 7 of us saying, I think within the first 15 seconds we say, James Gunn has done miracles on me. I think I said that.
Our second most viral video is us saying James Gunn saved Superman.
I'm going to disagree with you first on that. You said that with the Superman, the reason why we want to keep coming back to it is because of the history there, the emotional history of it. I actually don't fully agree. While there's goofy moments in that movie, I really did like that Superman a lot more. And I'll say, as a guy,
I love David Cornsworth Superman, but
I didn't have that emotional history, and I do feel connected now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push back there. I also think for Peacemaker, he was doing that beforehand, before like this full fleshed out universe was coming together. So he did season 1, he's doing season 2, and I think that's great. You just shouldn't have it lead into the universe. Like, that's a great point. Like, it's ridiculous to have it be so, like, not R-rated, like whatever the next step is from that. Like, it's beyond, like,
that's
dirty.
What frustrates me, because he said when he took over DC, like, Peacemaker, I'm making Peacemaker the first project in the DCU, and that leads into Superman, which leads back into Peacemaker. Which is the problem. Which you can't just take over DC and, like, say whatever character I introduced in the past before I was the head of this thing, like, those are the only ones that are canon. Peacemaker was in the Suicide Squad with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, but Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is not canon to the DCU. Right. Just Peacemaker is, because I made Peacemaker and I say so. Like, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense.
Yes,
you're going to lose people.
There should be a clear-cut point that everything shifted.
It should be very easy to understand.
Yes,
it's not.
You can't have the Justice League appear in the end of Peacemaker season 1 and then pick up right after.
Dude, you can't. Yeah, you can't be on Twitter explaining your show to people after it just came out like they're stupid. Like, no, your show makes no sense.
The Peacemaker thing is my biggest gripe with Gunn right now. Seriously.
Yes.
And I'm going to calm you on the other parts. I'm going to totally dive in, though. Like, It's awful for you to market it as the thing that you need to see now. Now that you've seen Superman, you loved that. Come in and watch this.
Yeah.
And like,
don't
just
miss
people
it.
Can't.
Because
people can't.
You'll know the future of the DCU once you've seen this. Nobody knows anything. The show was a flop. It was boring.
And I'm sure some people are going to say, like, get over it. Like, it's whatever. Like, just watch it. Like, it's not intended for kids.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, like, it's just unnecessary. If you have to rely on that style of writing, then that's just not good writing. Mm-hmm. Like, it really is not.
No.
Peacemaker does not need that level of depth in a character. Nobody needs to see that. Like, really, nobody needs to see that. And honestly, if anything, it's just weird. Like, it really is. However, with the Gunn thing, we just saw him announce a sequel for Superman that they're already looking to get on set for, like, very soon. Like, I think in March. If you think with the forward outlook going forward, right now it looks bleak, I have no gripe with you. Like, I totally get your point. But to say that it can't fix that self, like, real quick, he has been better than almost anyone with superhero stuff about setting a plan, doing it, and getting it done. Right? And
I would agree with that.
I get that he hasn't done it yet. Like, he hasn't said it yet. And Supergirl is not exactly what we want. Clayface is not exactly the main thing we want. But to say, like, tomorrow he could come out and tell us that Brave and the Bold is coming out in 2028, the very beginning of 2028, right? Like,
it'd be amazing. But he hasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we just talked about how there's going to be Wonder Woman movie potentially coming out in 2027. I almost wonder if the Brave and the Bold thing, I'm going to keep going with this theory, is Brave and the Bold actually a thing? Is Brave and the Bold actually a thing, or is Robert Pattinson coming in and that's why we haven't gotten anything?
It's getting repurposed? I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I get a lot of your gripes.
Like, I think I sound more frustrated than I am with James Gunn personally. I think just as it's not him. I understand that he has a vision, and I'm glad he's executing it. But my problem lies when he sees success in his own creatively organized projects like Peacemaker and Superman. Yes. And he's like, all right, now rather than fast tracking and really seriously pouring into these other projects with these other characters that deserve to be told, let me just stay in my comfort zone with these characters that I had success in, that I love. I love my buddy Michael Rooker, and I love casting him and everything, so let me just cast him in 8 more things and have him do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how he always settles into, like, these passion projects that he does.
Yes.
It's like, dude, there's a larger universe that needs to be built out here.
I don't think at the same time shows like Peacemaker to the common fan even really understand what's going on, or even knows that that's part of it, which is the problem why you can't have it lead into.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I know so many people that know that a new Superman movie just came out that probably have no idea Peacemaker exists unless they listen to our podcast.
And that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
It is a problem.
Like, that's a huge issue.
Yes and no. Because if you're going to have it lead into the next movie, obviously, yes, and that's the huge problem at the end of the day. But if you're going to do these niche characters and you want to do a season 1 and a season 2, that's fine for shows like this that I think is as a side compartment.
But do not have it lead into the...
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not that he's doing them right now ahead of other things. That's really not my gripe.
Right.
It's just the fact that you are making that so important. Seriously.
It's like Iron Man coming out, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the end credit scene has Thor. And you're like, stay to the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No.
But how many people that aren't us are watching that?
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yes, but then how is it a problem to do?
To put something that big at the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Finishing... I don't think him finishing Peacemaker Season 2 is a bad thing at all.
It's not. It's not.
It's
more just the tie with the larger
universe. Can I
universe.
ask you this? If he said to you, it has nothing to do with Man of Tomorrow, do you have any gripe with anything that happened?
No.
I think the problem is that he said that, and then that he teased it to make it seem like everyone was going to show up.
It's that he's acting like he always has a plan, and I really don't think he does. I think he's like trying to like stitch this thing together as he goes, and I'm saying that's totally fine, because everyone who's ever organized a shared universe like this has done it that way. But don't act like you got it all together, because you clearly don't. You know what I'm saying? It frustrates me, because as fans, like, we all are so desperate for organization in the DC that, like, you can't tease us with that if you don't have it.
They need to do what Marvel did originally, and I know it kind of went south with the movie strike thing and also just with plans changing and stuff. But you remember, like, in 2020, they announced movies that were going to be coming out in 2026, essentially? Like, they had all of Phase 5, Phase 6, like, even 2 movies in there. I think they did 4, 5, and a little bit of 6.
Yep.
James Gunn needs to do that.
Yeah.
And I think that calms everything that's a problem,
100%.
to be honest. Right? Like, if they... But, too, like, is the ending of Peacemaker that important to the next, like, thing? Like, from what I heard, it was not. Like,
No.
So, like, it's kind of just like, what are you talking about?
So now you just teased.
So he just needs to shut his mouth.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So
Okay.
he's like totally fine with everything he's done with DC so far. Stop talking like you have like everything's a part of your big grand plan. Like Peacemaker really ultimately will go down as just Peacemaker. Like you have to understand like what people, as James Gunn, like what people are going to think when you say wild finish. People are going to think, okay, so Superman's here.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So again, he just needs to shut his mouth. And I do think he can fix this all by officially announcing dates for stuff, which he's been very good with before. So
But concrete.
This
is who it is. This is what the story is.
And honestly, it's fine if he delays it. Like, I think it'd be okay. I'd rather him push it out and make this more concrete because then we need to get on a roll.
Right.
But if he can show that we can have this done in 2 years to have Superman, there's no reason we shouldn't set a timeline of in 3 years from now, these are the movies, and we're going to do this is from 3 to 5 years from now. This is what you can expect.
Right.
Again,
I want James Gunn to succeed, and I'm not even saying I didn't like Superman. It's in my top 3 movies of 25. Like I liked Superman, but at the same time, it has the James Gunn stuff in it, where it's like there's stupid stuff in there, and I just am like, I'm worried about like the integrity of the universe being like suffering because of it being like restricted under one guy's vision who just loves to like be goofy and bring in all these like no names and you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, but I think it's gonna change. I think it's hurting you right now because I think for a while it was his vision.
Yeah.
And I think now the problem we're seeing is he's just now getting the people on his side going.
Right.
The people that he wants to be able to push these projects forward are finally now getting their stride going, and this is what we're going to do.
Right.
We're about to see Lanterns, which is about to be something that's pretty much as low
Totally
level
excited
of him.
for it. I'm very excited for that.
Right. So, again, with Marvel, though, you had a stretch where a bunch of movies kept coming out. You had Fantastic Four coming out in 2005 and 2007 that were terrible. You had Daredevil come out in 2005, I think, was terrible. You had a bunch of other stuff that were loose projects and shows that were coming out in this time that people just don't remember because they're bad.
Right.
But that was coming out. You had Iron Man come out first, and then you didn't have Captain America come out for another 2 years, or 3 years after. You didn't have Thor come out for another 4 years after. Again, I'm not saying that we don't look at, like, you look back at that now and you go, you know, that was a great vision. It's kind of the same deal. Like, if he has in three years from now Batman, and then in 2 years from now he has Wonder Woman, and then Martian Manhunter in 4, like, that's exactly how the MCU started too, with the same baggage of other things being bad at the same time.
Absolutely, but MCU fans, like, hadn't had enough flopping stuff to really, like, understand, like, what true superhero box office failure looked like. And I think DC fans have seen it so many times that it's like, you almost need to come out of the gate swinging every time.
Yes.
At least at first. Like, by all means, give us 8 seasons of Peacemaker 5 years from now when you've established your universe. Give us a Swamp Thing movie. Like, do that. Like, but you need to come out swinging because people are traumatized. People don't trust that the DC is going to work out. And you need to prove them wrong. I'm not saying he can't. I believe he's the most qualified person. There's nobody I'd rather have doing this than James Gunn. Let me be very clear. But you can't just, like, restrict yourself to your passion projects. You have to make a universe for all. And that's not what Peacemaker is. And so you screwed up there, and then you also screwed up by saying people had to, like, tune in for the end to see what happens to the DCU, and then it really wasn't that big of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, totally agree.
I don't know, dude.
Agreed with that. That was a good piece. Yeah. So I think I said this kind of before, but at one point, but I think this needs to be our thing. If we ever pick up and, like, there's enough people watching to kind of, like, have people, like, understanding the flow and continuity, I want our bit to be that we always change our opinion on stuff. Of course.
I want to be coming out of the gate next week saying I love James Gunn.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
You're frustrating a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm so curious, and I've been wanting to get to this. Speaking of things that we're switching up our tune on, you mentioned something to me about half a second before we clicked the cameras on, and we have not discussed since. Can you drop that now?
Yeah. I saw Wicked for the first time. I watched Wicked for the first time last weekend.
This is not even going to be for a clip. Can I just get a out of 10 score? This will help set the conversation, just so I know where you're going to go.
Saw Wicked for the first time.
Sam score of Wicked? 3, 2, 1.
9 out of 10, baby. I'm pilled.
Yes.
Dude, come on. Oh my gosh.
You've been walking around, cowering around it like you were about to say something horrible.
Oh, golly, dude.
9 out of 10.
Took a little bit to get rolling around. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
But once that dance sequence was over with, when her and Glinda were, dude.
Yes.
Once we
started
going,
what's crazy?
Jeff Goldblum comes into the picture, and it's just, we are off
I
the
watched
races.
it. I watched the first half of that movie.
Yeah.
And then I turned it off, and I wrote it on Letterboxd, and I gave it a half star and wrote question mark. I watched right through the dancing scene.
Yeah.
Which is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing?
What is it?
What are we doing? The last hour of that movie, though, is really good.
Dude, it's amazing.
It's really good. And the ending, I was like, oh my gosh.
Dude, I know.
Oh my gosh. And I think watching it a second time, knowing what the first half was, helped me get through the first half a little bit easier. Because, again, I had only seen that first half. I don't have it as high as you do, obviously. Like, I have that probably at like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. I can see myself settling. I mean, it's been less than a week.
No, you gotta
be
less
than a week. I can see myself settling at an 8.
Okay.
It's a very good movie.
Okay.
And I'll say the first half was not for me, and I don't think I'll ever come off that stance. No. But I'll say the whole time I'm watching that first half, I was like, this is very theater coded, and I understand why theater kids would love this. Like, I get it. Like, it's that thing where it's like, it's same with some stuff in K-pop Demon Hunters. I know some stuff here is not for me, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I get it. But then the last half, dude, like, once we're in the Emerald Kingdom, it's just like we're rocking and rolling.
It is rocking.
Yeah. I'm very excited for Wicked for Good.
Yes.
I'm so excited, dude. That's gonna be like the movie of the year, dude.
Dude, wow.
We're on the train.
So we don't even have to convince. We're all gonna be there.
No, we're gonna be there.
Yeah,
we will be there. Yeah,
oh my gosh,
it's happening.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
I do think for like K-pop, I think my rating reflects me enjoying that more than Wicked does, because like they're both similar scores, but I think I gave it the same to Wicked because I thought it was just a good movie.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the last little chunk there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like anything that I was like, I'm going to remember this experience for me. But obviously when you get that scene where like she helps her out and then Defying Gravity starts playing at the end, it's like,
gosh, dude, she soars up in the cape and everything, and Jeff Goldblum's looking out the window.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. That's really good stuff.
And see, I don't know how the play ends. I don't know what happens. So I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Let me tell you something. I feel like I caught on too quick to certain things. When the mother, in the beginning, in the opening sequence, when the mother brought the man in, like the man that she was cheating on the husband with, immediately I was like, oh, it's Oz.
Really? You knew right away?
Like, Oz is the dad. You know what I'm saying?
Oz is daddy. Yep.
Yeah. Episode 18, Oz is daddy. Immediately I was like, that's Jeff Goldblum right there.
That's him. I think I'm going to have to, like, I don't know if I need to strip away my masculinity here for this, but, like,
no.
I'm starting to soften a little bit in life. Like, I used to kind of be the guy that would
until you're older.
I used to be the guy that would always blare, like, the super big rock music in the car, and I still, like, enjoy that from time to time. Yeah. But there's something that's kind of hitting me lately, dude, where, like, I am really enjoying a lot of these musical-style movies.
Really?
I don't like musicals at all. Like, I'll be honest. Like, going to see one, like, usually that's not something for me. But there's something where it's, like, a lot of these movies with soundtracks that, like, stick in my head. Yeah. I'm just all for. And, like,
wow.
As much as we were clowning on TRON before, like... So, some of those songs, like it's different style.
It's amazing.
Like, it's not really depending on the style.
Yeah.
I love superhero themes, like no matter what. As far as Spectacular Spider-Man, where it's like whatever, versus like Wonder Woman rocking versus piano, any of that rocks, dude. Like, rewatching Greatest Showman the other day, and like,
it's awesome.
Those are awesome. K-pop, Wicked, like there's just a lot of great songs out there in movies, and I don't know why, but watching it in a movie form just makes them like here to me.
I drive home from work with like Hans Zimmer blasting through the speakers. Is just
like I'm becoming a changed man with it, and I really think for a while I had a guard up against these things in life. And
what do you think it was attributed to? You want to lay down therapy session here?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Lay down on the table.
I don't know. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, it's just You talking about it made me. That was a thing I was thinking about in my head anyway, and I didn't know how I was ever just going to bring that up. But that was like a perfect way to say that. Like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just something I'm kind of becoming more open to. So,
wow, dude.
This is the question, and I kind of wanted to ask you this before anyway. This is like totally like not even a podcast thing, I guess. But are we going to this early screening?
Yes.
Okay.
This is like one of those like Fandango things you get like early, like they did with Superman.
You need to Prime, which we have, which I have.
I'm so down for this.
It's Monday night instead of going to see it the Thursday opening.
You got to understand the people that will be in this theater with though.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be rough.
People are gonna be singing along to every song and everything.
Which is, oh gosh, I don't know if I can deal with that. Well, that's bad. Yeah, that I don't know. Are we still doing it?
Yeah, I'd be down.
I'd be down too. I think we've
been robbed of so many like packed theater experiences that I kind of want to get it, even if it is something like that.
I want to be buying a lot of tickets to this though. Like I want us to be taking people with us.
Yes.
And I think we need to record like right after.
I'm gonna try and show Sage, and we'll try and catch up.
Because I have an interesting week, but I think we should still record right after, and I think that'd be great.
Yes. Yeah.
So that'd be good.
Yeah, next week's a little hairy for me. I have a little thing. I have to go into work on Friday, but.
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
All right. I think we got one more thing, and then we're gonna wrap you up.
Yeah, one more thing.
Wrap you up.
On the news of you mentioning Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go through a lot of the stuff that was coming out for the next little chunk of stuff.
We're gonna speed run.
We're gonna
little burn it or back it with the projects coming.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little burn it or back it. Okay. I also have it titled Hype or Not, so we can kind of take both. Are you hyped for this movie or not?
Okay, we'll do it quick.
On this podcast, we have a lot of tough concepts. One's got to go,
which it does.
What does that mean? You know,
say it, but
hype or not? I don't know. But anyway.
It's one of two things. It's either hype or it's not.
Complex stuff, tough stuff,
stimulating.
All right, so I just went through some of the stuff coming out.
All right, rattle them off.
And I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start. Tron Ares.
Tron Ares. Burn it or back it.
Yep, burn it or back it. Burn it.
We're going burn.
I just had to bring it up just because we mentioned it.
Yeah.
Gotta love Jared Leto. All right. Predator Badlands.
3, 2, 1.
I'm burning that too.
I'm burning that as well. You will not see me dead. If I'm in the theater for that, call the authorities because I've been killed and placed in a Predator Badlands theater.
That last movie, the Prey movie that came out, I saw.
It was rough.
A lot of people liked it. I just thought it was very mid.
It's one of those dudes, like, the first one was good. And you're milking it.
Yeah. Right. It's just, okay. Next. Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
3, 2, 1. We're
back
in that. I'm into it.
Yeah. We have never talked about that. Are you a fan of those?
They're pretty cool. Cool special effects and cool suspense. Yeah,
the movies make no sense, really.
No.
And in some parts, it's like, what is going on? But it's so much fun.
Yeah.
That in the second one, the scene where they're getting like checked and they keep doing it through the room and it goes through that whole sequence. Yeah, that whole sequence is so dumb. They keep passing it to the person that's getting checked. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But it is like one of the coolest things you'll see. Yeah. I love that.
When he freezes the rain.
Yeah.
Or was that the first one? Was that the first one?
Which one?
When he freezes the rain, Jesse Eisenberg's character. When he tells the rain to stop and all of a sudden the rain droplets just freezing the air.
Is that at the beginning of the first one?
It might be. I think
that might be when they first get the clue. Anyway,
all right, what do we got?
So we're gonna go see that.
I'd be down.
I'd see that.
When is that?
It's 14th November.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
That'll bring in the views.
Okay.
What do we got?
We got Stranger Things next, season 5.
Oh my goodness.
Burn it or back it. 3, 2, 1. We're back at that.
Back
dude, we're more than back.
With every day that passes, I get more and more hyped.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so very, very good.
So good. I saw them say something about how there's $50 million as a budget per episode.
Wow.
Which is
and every episode's over an hour long.
I don't know if that's the real stat actually, but it was something similar. It was something close to that.
I believe it.
And I was like, wow. Okay.
I believe it.
Okay. Zootopia 2. 3, 2, 1.
I'll back it.
Backing it?
If you're gonna make a sequel, I mean, it's a fair IP to do. Like Pixar's doing Coco too. Come on. But Zootopia, kind of, I understand.
Did you see the trailer for it?
I saw the teaser where it was just kind of like a montage of them running from somebody or something.
That looks horrendous. It looks horrendous. I'm sorry.
You don't want to get invited to the Zootopia?
No, I don't. I don't know what was happening. I really have no idea what's going on. And I don't mean that as No slam, just like...
No, of course.
It looked horrible. Like, nothing about that made me want to go see it. Okay. I had it written down as a movie that I would go see.
Do not see.
I saw the little teaser, and I was like, okay.
What do we got?
Next, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Back.
Movie of the year, dude. I don't think I've ever been so excited.
How many times are you going to say that on this podcast? I feel like you've said that 3 times. Movie of the year. I will say, I think this movie has a really big chance to surprise people.
Yeah.
I think there's a sneaky chance it's really awesome.
I think it seems like it's still made to appeal to a broad audience, so it might lose some of the horror stuff there. But it also seems like the creators understood that a lot of people didn't like how goofy the first one was.
Yeah.
And they're doing stuff with that, so
hopefully.
We'll see.
I didn't even think the first one was that far off of being good. Like the movie itself is really bad. What they did, I just mean the core of what they were doing was not far off.
When the animatronics started building a pillow fort with the girl, I wanted to throw my popcorn at the screen.
Before that, it's not bad.
No.
And like the idea was good.
Sure.
Anyway. All right. We have a movie coming out December 12th. Yep. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this.
David Harbour?
No.
That's not the Santa Claus movie?
Is he in that one too? No, the Violent Night.
Oh, that's Violent
Night.
Yeah, what's this?
Oh, dude, yeah, Violent Night comes out next. Violent Night 2 comes out next Christmas.
Sequel to that too?
Yeah, next Christmas. 2026 just got even more loaded.
So what is this?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I wrote this in my note file like 6 months ago, and I don't know what it is. So I said, have you even seen the trailer? Oh, I haven't either. So I have no idea.
All right,
so,
ready?
3, 2, 1. Back in it.
Movie of the year. Say it with me.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, buddy.
If that doesn't scream movie of the year, I don't know what will.
All right, what do we got?
All right. We got, wrapping up this year, Avatar, Fire and Ash. 3, 2, 1. Back.
Good old back.
Back.
We're going back that all the way.
I think it's going to be
very, very good
cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to look beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
James Gunn? James Gunn always delivers. He always director of the year, too. James Cameron always delivers.
Just always comes back to that. Dude, you and me like going to see that movie and then coming out and it's like snowing outside. Oh my gosh.
My goodness,
that's going to be awesome. Okay.
Golly.
We have the part 2, the 28 years later Bone Temple. 3, 2, 1, burn. Yeah,
we're missing. We're
good. We're on the same page.
We're gonna lose a step here. I feel like it deserved the sequel.
Well, it had to finish it. Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm good. All right. Project Hail Mary is coming out March 20th. I'll say 3, 2, 1. I'm in on that.
I'm back in this.
I'm in on that.
Big Ryan Gosling, right? Big.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's gonna be really good.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I agree.
Feels like a role for him. Like when I first saw it coming on the first time I saw the trailer, I was not surprised at all to see he was the one doing it. So,
no.
Made sense. And I know a lot of people really like the book, so
yep.
That'll be good. And the last one I have on here, because we've talked about the other ones so extensively that come out beyond this, last one I have is Super Mario World.
Ooh, the Galaxy?
Yeah, the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, baby. Come on.
3, 2, 1, back it. Good.
It's going to be awesome.
Did we? I think we mostly agreed.
Got a lot of good movies, and those aren't even some of the best ones coming out.
Yep. So you're going to have to give your thoughts below. Let us know what you're going to be seeing. So,
yep. Yeah, YouTube is popping off right now, so feel free to comment.
go check out the most recent shorts. Thank you, Dwayne Johnson. Tanks the box offices and tanks our views.
Dude, I think we may have thrown something at Jared Leto that maybe Dwayne Johnson deserved.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
Gosh, dude.
He just tanks it all. Yeah, he does.
Well, there we go, dude.
That feels pretty good. Yeah.
Sweet.
We've got it planned out. We're feeling good. Yeah,
dude.
You got your rant off your chest. You're engaged now. Everything's set.
I'll tell you what. I do believe in James Gunn, but it's taken a while. But
yeah.
we keep going back and forth. But it's a love-hate.
Yeah, love-hate.
It's a give and a take.
Give and a take. But as always, healing begins where the sidewalk ends.